This is the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan 2 Son Goku exclusive edition. First sold at San Diego Comic Con, then they sold it on P Bandai for a little bit, and then they sold it at that C2E2 convention in Chicago. Looks like this is just going to be a release for several conventions. They only labeled it as exclusive edition down below, not San Diego, not event exclusive, not any of that. They actually put it up for pre-order on the P Bandai site, and it doesn't come out till next March, which leads me to believe that they're producing more to fulfill those orders. So this Goku actually comes in a much bigger packaging than usual. I was actually surprised in the size of this box, and it's mainly because of the aura effect that he comes with, which is a brand new aura effect. So it's nice to see a new sculpt for the aura, and being combined with the Goku figure, the total price came out to $70. Normally the auras were sold for about $20-$25, while Goku's in this body mold were about $35 to $40. On one side we get an image of the figure displayed there in front of the aura, and on the other we just get his name with a little silhouette of Goku right there in the background. And here's a quick look at the back. Alright, so Goku stands just under 7 inches tall if you count the top of the halo. Of course, he's on the same body mold that we've seen him on since the Sand Raised on Earth base form Goku. Now what's different here is the torso sculpt. They did change it up a bit by sculpting some ripped parts here at the orange gi, but that's about it. I wish they kind of went further with that and gave us some ripped pants or something else, just the ripped torso piece. It seems like it's just incomplete. I wish they went a little bit further. But the hair sculpt is kind of this metallic paint on it, which they normally tend to only do for event exclusive figures, so I'm okay with that. But I'm actually a fan of just the flat yellow goldish color on the hair rather than metallic paint. But this is actually done far better than what I've seen in previous attempts by other companies or customizers that try to do the metallic hair stuff. But this one's actually pretty cool. I prefer this over the translucent, transparent hairs. I never really liked those that much, and I just don't understand why they keep trying to do that. It's not, I don't know, for me it just doesn't look good. So overall, I'm pretty cool with this. The exclusivity here is the fact that he is Super Saiyan 2, which is kind of controversial because this is the first time we're getting a Super Saiyan 2 Goku in the line. Of course, the only difference here is the hair. That's what makes him Super Saiyan 2. But still, we've never gotten it as a regular release. So the fact that they kind of put it behind this paywall or make it very difficult to obtain through this exclusive release kind of sucks. But I am pretty confident that they're going to release this as a regular release as well. It probably won't be metallic on the hair, and it won't have the aura. It'll just be this base Goku here with the hair and maybe a flat yellow, which I prefer. So I don't know. But I definitely see this being released again. I don't think this is the only way we're gonna get this guy. So I wouldn't worry too much. And plus, by then I'm sure it wouldn't be $70. It'd probably be a $35 release. So it's a win-win, right? So what's different about this new aura is that it's much more wider than the previous release, but it's not taller. So the problem I have here, just like the original release, the figure does not completely stay within the aura, and that's an issue. The older release had the same issue, and you would think that the new one they would address it, but they did not. So his hair is sticking out. I mean, it's ever so slightly, but I believe the aura should be covering him completely, something like this. So it just needs a little bit more height to it, and it would be better. Real quick, here is the previous sculpt of the previous aura. I know it's not yellow, but it's the same sculpt. They used it 100 times for all different colors, and you can see the difference here between the two. They both look nice, of course, but this has much more detail. It's much more dramatic, and of course we got the peg holes here so you can attach some electric effects, which is awesome. See, this is an improvement here for sure. This is how you make a better or a 2.0 aura, is by adding some more details like this. So we get 2 for the top, and then we also do get 2 for the bottom there, and you can actually peg these in wherever you want, and they're all different. You can see the electric is sculpted differently, each one. So this is dope. I like this a lot. Something that the original one did not have. Now, The original one had this thing where it would kind of lean back, so you can see it's at an angle. And then this new one here kind of is at an angle, but it's not as extreme as this one. And I know that's probably meant so it could keep the balance here on that base. But still, I feel like that was the main issue with this one, and part of the reason why the figure would not stay contained within the aura. See, this one's even worse because the leaning back makes it even shorter. This thing needs to be up here. And here it is with the electric effects attached to the aura now, and that will complete it, making it look that much better, of course. So overall, yes, this is a huge upgrade, but I really hope that they are listening and that the next time they make an aura, that they make it taller so that the whole figure can fit within the aura. And if you want to get an even more dramatic effect, since the aura is translucent, you can definitely pipe some light through it there. So I just got a little light cube behind it. And I set the setting to yellow, and I think that looks pretty darn cool. Alright, taking a closer look at the figure, the orange gi up in the upper torso is just the plastic mold, but then when you get down to the legs, that is kind of painted on there. It's the plastic mold, but they did spray over it. We get a painted belt here. So everything's the same that, if you have a Goku figure in recent time, then you know what to expect here. But this, of course, here is what's new. And then here you can take a closer look at the neutral head sculpt that he comes with, or faceplate, I should say. Also, the halo comes attached to the figure, but that is easily removable. Just twist and pull, and there it is. You'll have a big old peg hole there. So if you don't want him to be dead, then there you go. Now he's alive. And we also do get this smirking face here. And faceplate number 3, we get a kind of a scared, surprised look expression here, which is a cool look. I like this one. I don't think they've used this faceplate before. So it's nice to see something new. If this was used before, somebody let me know down below, but I don't believe it was. And then probably the best faceplate of them all, we have the 4th and final one, the completely yelling open mouth faceplate. That looks fantastic. No issues here. I think that came out pretty much perfect from every angle. So that's dope. Alright, so I think you guys would agree with me that we've seen this body mold enough times to the point that we don't really need to go through the articulation again. So we're just going to go straight to the comparisons here, since this is what this is all about here. Since it's a new form, we want to see it next to the other forms here. Here we have the very first Super Saiyan 1 form, Goku. This was probably the second figure in the line. If I recall correctly, I think Piccolo was number 1. Maybe he was second. I don't know. It's been a long time since these released, and this line's been going on for quite some time. So, but Super Saiyan 1 was released among the first batch of figures in the entire line. And here he is. Of course, he was re-released once again for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive in 2011. But we have Super Saiyan 1, we have Super Saiyan 2, and we have Super Saiyan 3. This is, of course, the 2.0 version of Super Saiyan 3, which is the definitive version, way better than the 1.0 version of Super Saiyan 3, of course. So we've gotten Super Saiyan 3 twice already. This is the first time we are ever getting Super Saiyan 2, as I mentioned earlier. And we've technically only gotten Super Saiyan 1 base form one time, which is right here, not counting the recolor. Now, if you do count the recolor, then here he is next to the recolored version, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from 2011, the same Super Saiyan 1 form. Now, I did just say we've only gotten Super Saiyan 1 only one time, but technically we've gotten an ascended version of Super Saiyan 1, so I kind of count it differently. But we also did get Super Saiyan Full Power, and this was a more recent release actually. And not to get it confused with just base form Super Saiyan. Now, Super Saiyan Full Power is the mastered form of Super Saiyan. This is when Goku masters the form to the point that he doesn't even strain or uses any of his power. It's just like a normal state. This is right after the hyperbolic time chamber when he's training with Gohan in the Cell Saga, and they both walk out as Super Saiyans, super calm, super natural, and they actually spend almost the entire episode, or a couple episodes, I believe, I don't know, the entire saga in Super Saiyan. They never go back to base form. So again, this is Super Saiyan 1, but this is the full power version. It's not to be mistaken with Super Saiyan 2, which is right here. But this here is a perfect example of what I prefer. You can see here with the metallic color, the big difference between this and the flat yellow. I really like the flat yellow a lot more. But then you can see that Super Saiyan 3 did also have a little bit of a metallic color as well, and this was the regular release. And let's go ahead and power down and go back to the base form. This is the Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, the one that introduced this new body mode that we've been seeing. And I absolutely love this body mode. This is still one of the best Goku figures out there. Alright, so we will shift these guys down this way because my OCD will now allow me to put Super Saiyan 4 Goku before Super Saiyan 2. So we're going to put him after Super Saiyan 3, of course. So here is Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So now we're going from Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and now Super Saiyan 4. Now, of course, I know Super Saiyan 4 technically is not canon, but hey, I freaking love GT. I don't care what anyone says. And there he is next to his best friend, Krillin. And then here he is next to the best Gohan figure ever made. This is the Dragon Ball Superhero movie Gohan, and I know this doesn't make sense because Goku did not achieve Super Saiyan 2 until the Majin Buu saga. And it was during the Majin Buu saga that Gohan looked like this. He was sporting the great Saiyan persona, and he still gets into these clothes every once in a while in Dragon Ball Super. And I'll cap it off here with everyone's favorite Namekian. We have Piccolo. So out of the box, the figure comes with a pair of fists. Then we do get some traditional hands that we are all accustomed to. We have the open blasting hand. We got the grabby hands. We have the martial arts hands. And last but not least, we have the fusion ha hands. Actually, just kidding. These are actually the instant transmission hands right here. Alright, so that will wrap things up on this review of the event-exclusive Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan 2 Goku figure. I'm honestly surprised it took this long to get a Super Saiyan 2 Goku, but it is finally here. A lot of people forget that Goku did not turn Super Saiyan 2 up until the Buu saga, and he is wearing this halo, of course, because he is dead. Overall, I'm really digging this release. I love the new aura, I love the electric effects on the side, and the new Super Saiyan 2 form that was much needed and overdue. So before I continue to rant on endlessly, I'm going to end the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. So let me know your thoughts down below, and while you're down there, hit the like button and also consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. As always, take care, take it easy, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.